The subject for today's video is something that is very important and something that I hold deeply to my core, and something that is very important to me and pretty much any young man that actually wants to be successful, who actually wants a wife, a house, children, all these things. They want a good life. And this one thing is the ability to take responsibility. Now, you might be sitting there thinking to yourself, well, yeah, I could take responsibility, you know, I can admit when I'm wrong. But when push comes to shove, can you really? I want you to take a moment and look at all the kids that didn't grow up with the dad. Take a moment and look at every single one of those kids that didn't grow up with the dad. That's a weak man that couldn't take responsibility. Now, obviously, there's some circumstances. Maybe he died or something like that. Obviously, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fathers that literally abandoned their kids. That is what a weak man who can't take responsibility looks like. So I want you to ask yourself this. If you got a girl pregnant, let's say you're sexually active, and you got a girl pregnant, would you take responsibility for that kid? Would you raise that kid? You wouldn't abort it. You wouldn't kill it. You wouldn't give it to somebody else, put it up for adoption and foster care. Would you take responsibility for that kid? If the answer is no, maybe you shouldn't be having sex. Look at your life, right? Look at all the hours and hours and hours of time you spend playing video games. And hopefully, God hear my prayers that you don't play video games. But think about all that time you literally waste in a virtual world. Oh, I need to like when you're playing Minecraft. Oh, I need to get some netherite and I need to go grind over this and over that. And in reality, all you're doing is just sitting there staring at a screen for hours and hours and hours on end, frying your dopamine receptors. I need you to be responsible. And I need you to have self-accountability. This message found you for a reason. Maybe you're lacking in self-responsibility. Maybe you're lacking in self-accountability. And I know it's kind of harsh to have somebody kind of come here and point out all the flaws in you, and you don't really know the flaws in me. Honestly, I struggle with video game addiction. I constantly go through phases. 3 months I won't play, and then I'll start playing a bunch, and then 4 months I won't play. I struggle, but I hold myself responsible every single time. I say, hey, look, you are going to waste this amount of hours of your life into this. I had a friend the other day. He was about to start gambling, right? Now, of course, I hate gambling. I hate drugs. I hate all these things. But he's about to start gambling, right? He's going to go buy some lotto tickets. And he goes, I got this extra money. It's not like I'm going to do anything with it. I literally got it from the tip jar. This is literally extra money. I might as well, go. It's not like I'm spending money if I buy lotto tickets, it's just extra money. And I just sat there and I said, look at yourself, bro. You're being a pussy. You need to have the self-accountability to know, hey, I'm about to do something that's destructive, that's literally a waste of money, that's literally a waste of time. The odds of me winning the lottery are 1 in 7 billion, and it is not going to happen. It is easier to get struck by lightning 3 times and win the lottery. But, I'm just going to throw my money at it up a hope. Shut up, man. Have the responsibility and the accountability and the self-awareness to know that you are sitting there wasting your cash on lotto tickets, is what I told him. And he did not take it well. I had to tell him that message 4 times for him to finally conclude of what I was saying, because it's true. You are sitting there wasting money. You are sitting there wasting hard-earned cash. I don't care if someone just gave it to you out of their kindness, out of their heart, out of the tip jar. I do not care how you got it. You could be spending that money on your rent. You could be spending that money on some high-quality food that will literally fuel you and help you with cognitive development. You could be spending that money on your education, but instead you're going to waste it on some fucking lottery tickets. And you might be thinking, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It's every once in a while. I don't really care, because that's exactly that mindset that keeps you down. Oh, I don't care. It's every once in a while. Shut up, man. At least if you're going to do a bad action, you're going to go drink, you're going to go do drugs, you're going to play video games, waste the day watching Netflix, at least have the self-accountability. Look in the goddamn mirror and be like, well, I'm going to play video games today, and I'm going to waste all of my time. I'm going to gain nothing. I'm actually going to hurt my social standing. I'm going to hurt my social skills because my posture is going to degrade. I am literally going to forego eating because my food senses are off. I'm going to mess up my dopamine receptors for the next week because I'm going to get so much dopamine from playing these video games that's not going to make anything else not really fun or enjoyable. Say that to yourself before you do it. And then be like, well, I'm going to do it anyway. I can respect that. If you do that, if you start doing that, you'll stop doing bad habits. But the moment you stop making justifications for your bad actions, the moment you start taking more self-accountability, self-awareness, is the moment things will change for you. And now I hope this message really does affect you in your life. I really hope you sit here and you listen to the whole video. Most people won't make it this far. Most people's attention spans are that like 6 seconds. So most people literally cannot handle a 5-minute video without too many edits and all that other garbage. But if you made it to the end of this video, I really hope you achieve all of your goals. And this is one of the most crucial steps to achieving any goal. Any goal in life, you need to be self-accountable. And like I always say at the end of every single one of my uploads, never quit.